I know better than anyone. Science ends where theology begins. In the next 100 years, humanity faces an asteroid impact, a robot awakening, and an all-out war between machines and mankind. And when Earth finally dies, the gods themselves unleash a divine calamity. But all of it, every last disaster, starts because humanity, desperate and cornered, shatters the gene lock and reaches into the forbidden domain of the gods. I push back from my desk and stand up. I stretch, working out the ache in my back. No gene serum, no enhancements, just plain human soreness. I grab 2 packs of instant noodles from the clutter, sit back down and open my laptop. I stare at the screen, wall-to-wall code. I let out a quiet breath. Finally done. I am a reincarnator. The year is 2123, and I came back from 2250, a full 127 years, as a reincarnator. I know every major event that is coming. The asteroid strike in 7 years, the dying sun crisis in 20, the war against machine life during the Great Exodus 30 years out, even the immortality program 50 years from now, the magic civilization invasion in 70 plus years, and the divine punishment war when Earth is destroyed 127 years from now, the war between humanity and the gods, sparked because humans dared to reach for immortality, something only the divine should touch. I know all of this. And yet I have no idea what the lottery numbers are. Classic. I come back from the future, my neural AI is dormant, I have zero ability to protect myself, and my only option is to grind out code and earn my first real money. What I'm building is a browser game. Small, barely qualifying as a real game. It only has 19 levels, all of them in the beginner phase. Level 19 is the cap. It's a fantasy game, with the classic 3 roles, warrior, mage, and healer. But that's only what I plan to show players right now. Think that means you can just log in and play? Not a chance. All 19 levels are the beginner phase, and there are 0 skills. Warriors, knights, and assassins at least get a great sword, a spear, or a dagger. But mages and healers? They literally walk around poking monsters with a stick. Can a game like this actually blow up? At least that's what I think. Because this game's world is built from a magic civilization that actually exists, 70 plus years in the future. Every NPC, every major event, all of it is documented in the civilization core, a device born from merging Earth's future technology with the heart of the magic civilization. Humanity eventually defeats that civilization through sheer technological force, drives it back step by step, and seizes its core. Using the divine core of the magic god as raw material, humanity forges the civilization core, a compact information storage device carrying humanity's last hope. The divine core needs no power source. Faith energy alone is enough to charge it, and once charged, it unlocks everything stored inside, the entire scientific knowledge of human civilization. At the final moment of the divine punishment war, I was visiting the civilization tower as an intern. Without a sound, the world simply ended. Humanity vanished in an instant, but the civilization core inside the tower fused with my body and came back with me, 127 years into the past. Building a browser game is a carefully calculated move. Step 1, use it to make some real money. Step 2, upgrade to a client game, then an immersive VR MMO, then a full virtual community. The virtual world is humanity's second world. Control the virtual world, and you control how billions of people live their second lives. On the practical side, I have no money to register a company, let alone buy servers. My one and only server is a second-hand find, patched together so many times I had to rewrite the internal software from scratch just to keep it running. Because right now, I am nothing but a broke recent graduate who lost his job over some stupid argument just before I reincarnated. The money I have left is nowhere near enough, and calling someone for help? Forget it. My family wants me to come back to my hometown, but I was too proud for that. I insisted on suffering in the big city after graduation. My old man put his foot down. If I don't come home, I can starve. But I've decided to make some money first, build up some confidence, then go back. Besides, my parents are tough as nails. In my past life, they both pushed past 90, caught the tail end of the immortality program, had their youth restored, and ended up in the same grade as me. Same class, same school. Or re-education at that age. Just thinking about my dad's awful personality makes me shudder. If my mom hadn't been quick with a kitchen knife, the campus queen might have become my stepmother. I go through everything one more time, checking carefully. All good. I start the final wrap up. 2 hours later, I lean back, and then my hands freeze. My brow tightens. No registered company, no operating license. Charge money without one, and I could be looking at 2 years in prison. Keep it free, and at worst it's just some guy sharing a game he made. Even if things get messy, the damage is limited, and if it's technically free, I can still find other ways to get your money. Edit made. I open a crowdfunding site and start the registration. I fill in the details and start drafting the campaign. Project title, I made a game. Crowdfunding goal, $300,000 to buy servers and register a company. Project description, as stated. Backer reward, no servers, you play nothing. I hit publish and wait for approval. Over at Dream Fund, located in Shanghai Tech Park, a few young reviewers are half asleep. A notification chimes. One of them snaps awake, slaps himself in the face, grabs his glasses, and starts reviewing. Is this guy insane? He blurts out, startling every drowsy colleague around him, nearly causing their boss, who is also the general manager, to drop his tea. Little Zhang, what are you yelling about? The boss says, clearly annoyed. This boss, I don't know if I should approve this guy's campaign or not. Little Zhang stutters, pointing at his screen. That project is mine. The boss gets up and walks over. He takes one look and explodes. What is this? Has this guy lost his mind? No rewards and he wants $300,000 to buy servers and start a company? If this clown raises even $100, I'll do a handstand and eat dirt. Go ahead and reject it. Little Zhang's hand moves to do just that. Wait, the boss raises a hand then grins. It's absurd, sure, but approve it anyway. It gives our site one more listing, shows the world we're open-minded, and hey, what if this ridiculous thing actually takes off? Boss, you're a genius. Is it too late to start sucking up now? Back in my apartment, I see exactly what I expected. Approved. Small platform. No standards whatsoever. I copy the link and paste it straight into the game's code. All you grinding addicts who work so hard to reach level 9. Roads blocked. Surprise? Didn't see that coming? Want to keep playing? Want the real experience? Go fund my crowdfunding campaign. I hit confirm, publish, and let it run. With that done, I open a hacking tool I wrote myself, pull up a live streaming platform, and start hunting for targets. I need to run ads. The question is how? I go straight to the platform's rankings. I pick the top 2. I've already done my homework. One is a gaming streamer who goes by Blaze. He normally streams League of Legends or Battle Royale, sometimes picks up casual games on the side, but he has a short fuse and a sharp mouth. Always ends up in a flame war with someone. Watching his stream is never boring. Half his audience is just there for the drama. The other streamer is Willow. Her content is all over the place. Outdoor adventures, gaming, food, even singing, but she's gorgeous, with a soft, sweet voice, and her audience is huge. Targets confirmed. I pull up my tool, fingers flying across the keyboard, and wait for my moment. Finally, Blaze makes it to the final circle in his Battle Royale match. Right at the critical moment, his screen freezes. The game crashes. What the? Of all the times to crash, Blaze explodes with curses and frantically tries to log back in, but his client has been tampered with by me. He's not getting back in. Blaze completely loses it. Alright guys, that's it for today. Catch you tomorrow. Not so fast. I work the keyboard again, and done. Blaze hammers his mouse trying to end the stream, but it won't close. He's absolutely furious. Suddenly a flood of pop-ups appears. One of them is my browser game's loading screen. He frantically closes everything, but by the time he reaches mine, it has already finished loading. A clear chime rings out and makes him jump. Then the game's stunning visuals fill his screen. An old man appears, staring straight at the screen with such intensity that Blaze feels like he's in a video call. The old man speaks. Child, your mother is so hungry she's eating tree bark. Are you really going to do nothing? The scene shifts. A pair of gentle eyes appears. A middle-aged woman in tattered clothes, frail and thin, her face full of pain as she looks at the screen. My child, I'm fine. Don't listen to the village elder. Go chase your dreams. Blaze's jaw drops. The visuals are so realistic he genuinely feels like both characters are looking directly at him. I hear a master practitioner from town has come to test the villagers. Pass his trial and you'll receive a weapon. With a weapon you can hunt. One day you could become a great practitioner, and your mother would never have to suffer again. The village elder continues, in that ancient weathered voice. At this moment, it isn't just Blaze. His entire chat erupts with "No way!" and "Holy crap, what is this game? Did it come with a guilt trip included? Who designed this?" Then Blaze sees the chat flooding with messages begging him to keep going. Blaze, go find your mom some food. Send some gifts and keep playing. This game is actually interesting. Blaze stares at the screen, takes a deep breath and mutters, fine, I'll play. But if the quality doesn't hold up, I will roast this developer into the ground. The game is still on the dialogue screen waiting for a player choice. Option 1, Village Elder, I'll take the trial. Option 2, get lost, old man, mind your own business. Looking at the options, Blaze's eye twitches. Who writes dialogue options like this? He picks one. The character creation screen pops up. He selects male, types in Blaze, and his journey begins. And immediately he gets a taste of what real manipulation feels like. You're absolutely useless. A simple trial took you that long? Just pick a weapon and get out of my sight. Looking at you makes me sick. Blaze goes red. Blaze, you really are hopeless. You dragged yourself back here way too late. Your mother has already starved to death. It's been like 2 minutes. How is she already dead? Blaze stomps home, furious. Then his mother's ghost appears. Blaze, someone once pursued me. An imperial noble. A high-ranking mage. He wanted to marry me, but I couldn't leave you, so I turned him down. Promise me, don't let me down. Don't let anyone look down on your mother. Why would anyone look down on you? Blaze is stunned and genuinely hurt. The ghost fades. A mysterious figure appears. Ha! I knew you were worthless. Even your own mother couldn't bear to leave you behind. But now I've been proven right, haven't I? You think I actually liked her? I look down on both of you. It's just a shame. Now that she's gone, that legendary thing is probably lost forever. Who even are you? Where did you come from? The figure vanishes. Blaze is seething when suddenly a game notification pops up. Rare discovery. Under his mother's bed, he finds a scroll. Blessing of the magic god. Congratulations! You have received a divine blessing scroll. Use it? Obviously. Blaze clicks without hesitation. Every starting stat that was at 11 shoots up to 111. Holy crap! 10 times? Then the master practitioner appears. I misjudged you. I never expected you to be a once-in-a-generation genius. Take this basic training manual. When you reach level 10, come to town. I'll personally introduce you to every practitioner. Learn whatever you want. Blaze is speechless. He opens the manual. A new screen appears. Please choose basic chi cultivation method or basic magic meditation. He picks chi. Done. He levels up 3 times immediately. The village elder pops back in wide-eyed. I can't believe it. Blaze, you're a genius. Blaze bursts out laughing. After all that frustration, things are finally turning around. The village elder speaks again. There are low-level monsters outside the village. They sometimes drop mana cores. Absorbing mana cores boosts your chi, and meditation does too. Keep pushing, Blaze. Once you become a great imperial figure, they say you can ask a high priest of the divine court to cast a resurrection ritual. Your mother might have a chance. Blaze blinks. Wait, NPCs can be resurrected? Is this for real? This game is insane. Absolutely insane. Blaze, drop the link. I want to play. Link, link, link. The chat absolutely explodes. Blaze laughs and forgets all about ending the stream. He pastes the link. Come on, everyone. Let's go save mom together. I rub my chin and pull up Willow's stream. In games, a hook only carries you so far. A female streamer keeps the audience coming back. I run the same trick on Willow, but she reacts completely differently differently from Blaze. No rage, no cursing. The heartbreaking storyline nearly brings her to tears. Then the jaw-dropping reversal leaves her flushed, grinding in silence with fierce determination. I'm going to resurrect my mother, she whispers fiercely. Back in my apartment, I check the server. 273 players online. Not bad. It'll fill up fast. This is just the beginning. And these tricks? Nothing compared to what's coming. I set the game aside and get back to coding. Amateur work is still amateur. In my plan, once the server is upgraded, this becomes a full client game. That keeps me busy for 3 straight days. Meanwhile, I have no idea what's happening inside the game. The servers are lagging so hard every single step freezes. Painful to play, yet somehow impossible to quit. 3 days of lag, and still no fix? Players guess it's because the developer is broke. Not enough servers. But even grinding non-stop for 3 days, the highest level anyone has reached belongs to the grind queen herself, Willow, and she's only at level 9. And even at that, her experience bar still isn't full. Half an hour later, Willow, exhausted, dark circles under her eyes, suddenly perks up. Everyone, my experience is almost full. 1 more mana core and I'll hit level 10. I can finally leave the starter village and become a practitioner in town. As she says it, Willow's voice cracks with excitement, tears threatening to spill. The chat detonates. The first player ever to leave the starter village in Magic World is about to be born. The undisputed grind queen, the undisputed #1 player in Magic World. Honestly, I'm curious too. The starter village was built to scale based on a real village, shrunk down proportionally. The town must be much bigger. The moment of truth is here. Congratulations, your experience bar is full. Unfortunately, the expansion has not yet been unlocked. Level up is unavailable. Willow stares at the pop-up, frozen. The chat goes dead silent. Then it explodes. Max level? This game caps at level 9? Wasn't a practitioner supposed to be waiting for me in town? I hit max level. What am I supposed to do now? Nobody is suffering more than Willow right now. 3 days and 3 nights of non-stop grinding, and this is what she gets. She can't hold it in. She lets out a cry and immediately tries to apologize to her viewers. But as she looks up, she sees a pop-up on the game screen. Congratulations, you made it to the end. Every player who has made it this far truly loves this game. As the developer, I have nothing worthy to offer in return. Thank you for your love. Please open the link below and begin your performance. The pop-up holds nothing else, just a link at the bottom. Willow clicks it. The chat explodes again. No way. A crowdfunding page? What is this? It's a Save Mom crowdfunding mission. I can't believe it. This is where the real money goes. Not just her viewers. Willow herself is completely floored. We misjudged him. This game never had a company behind it. There was never a company at all. No funding. That's why it lags so much. Without hesitating, Willow creates a Dream Fund account, fills in her info, and scans to donate 10,000. Come on, guys. Don't you think this game is worth it? Let's back it up. 50 from me. 100, 200 more. 50 and 100, let's go. Word reaches Blaze's stream. Without a word, he rallies his crowd and they move. The 300,000 goal is hit in under half an hour. Campaign successful. Boss, you'd better eat your words. In Dream Fund's cramped little office, Little Zhang sees the total, rubs his eyes in disbelief, and lets out a shocked yelp. What did you say? Don't think just because I run a small company I won't. The boss grabs his mug and looks ready to physically fight Little Zhang. Little Zhang backs up fast, cold sweat breaking out on his forehead. Right at that moment, another employee shouts in shock, Boss, over 20,000 new users registered today and every single one of them backed the campaign. You know, 3 days ago you said that if this guy raised even $100, you'd eat dirt. He raised over 900,000. 900,000. More than enough. I just finished the last line of code when I see the number, and my eyes light up. I call Dream Fund. Small platform, but their service is solid. The campaign closes shortly after our call. They deduct their fee and wire the rest straight to me. Without missing a beat, I go on a buying spree. Materials, servers, everything. Honestly, the servers available in this era are beneath me, but I find a local online store and work something out. By that afternoon, they deliver right to my door. I tear them apart, not unbox them, tear them apart, grab my materials and components, and start soldering and rebuilding the server hardware from the inside out. 5 hours later, hardware done. I move on to rewriting the internal software drivers. By the time everything is finished, it's 11 at night. No time to eat. I transfer the client game files over, download a copy myself, and run tests. Testing complete. I finally exhale. Next step, a dedicated data line. Why was the game lagging? It wasn't just the servers. The connection itself is the problem. But a dedicated line in this era can't be cheap. I call the telecom company and find out. I go quiet. The minimum package starts at $3,000 a month, and that's before application fees, material fees, installation fees, all told well over $10,000. And for a game company, I need high speed. The higher the better. The rep quotes me $480,000 a month for that tier, and because I'm in a residential building, they can't even install it. Fine, I'll move. You win for now, telecom, but I'll build a company that runs you into the ground someday. The servers total around 250,000. I still have nearly 700,000 left. I call a moving company and rent a villa. Don't even bother viewing it first. 70,000 a month. I pay the deposit and first month up front, 350,000 total, then call the telecom company. The next morning they move fast, laying the lines and activating my dedicated connection. The servers go in, game data transfers over. It's exactly noon when everything's done. But I don't launch a new server yet. I post an update for the existing players, then get to work organizing paperwork to apply for licenses. Honestly, I have no idea what licenses a game company actually needs. I'm clueless. I check my remaining funds, just over 300,000 left. I go straight to a job site and start scanning resumes. After about half an hour, one catches my eye. Victor Liu, 40 years old, former manager at multiple tech companies. Not a general manager, but on paper alone, this guy is clearly capable. The comments under his profile, though, say he got fired. Now he's desperately job hunting. Perfect. I narrow my eyes, pick up my phone, and dial. Half an hour later, a man walks in. Extremely serious-looking, stone-faced, every bit the professional manager, stepping into the villa. Instant mutual distaste. He's so formal. Probably just as uptight with everyone around him, I think to myself. This kid looks like a slacker. Probably some rich second-gen playing pretend entrepreneur, Victor thinks to himself. Hello, I'm the owner of this company. Hello, Victor Liu. I've reviewed your background. No need to introduce yourself. Do you like getting involved in other people's business? What? Victor is completely thrown. He shakes his head, confused. Setting up a company? Handling registration? Applying for licenses? Can you handle all that? I ask again. All right. You seem confident enough. That means yes, you're hired. I wave him off and turn toward the server room. Victor snaps back to reality and hurries after me. Boss, what do you mean? We haven't even talked about salary or anything else. That's enough for me. Victor swears this is the easiest job interview he has ever had in his life. But because it was so easy, it actually makes him nervous. Salary, right. What were you making at your last job? Annual salary plus bonus, roughly 800,000. I'll give you 1 million. Anything else to add? No, nothing. Actually, boss, you at least need to tell me what we do. Gaming company. Online games. Gaming, sure, good money if you do it right. Boss, what's our quarterly revenue? The game is still free to play, not charging yet. But yesterday I crowdfunded 900,000. What? Victor is stunned. Once he hears the full story and the company's direction, he's torn. No registered company, no licenses, and they're already running a live game? I should leave. But this boss is seriously capable. Just a casual browser game already pulling tens of thousands of players. Potential audience even bigger. Once the servers are solid and the licenses are in place, once the monetization opens up, this thing prints money. And the boss is generous. Already has a full client game ready, and honestly, this game is really fun to play. Watching Victor get more and more hooked, I can barely keep a straight face. Where's your professionalism? Didn't you say you were just testing the gameplay? How did you get addicted? Can it blow up? I ask. Yes, massively. Blow your mind kinda big. Boss, I'm heading out right now to file for the company and licenses. 3 days max. Then the client game officially enters permanent beta. I'll open up a few servers so players can get started. Walking out of the villa with a folder of documents, the cold air hits Victor and snaps him back to his senses. He looks back at the villa and mutters, something's wrong with this company. I haven't even signed an employment contract, and I'm already working. After Victor leaves, I don't waste a second. 5 servers modified and ready. I start setting up the zones, the Maplewood Town Mega Server, Solo Village, Zarku Village, Kuroka Village, Mirov Village, and Hugil Village. 5 villages. Solo Village is where Blaze and his crew started, and Solo is actually a nod to that wide-eyed village elder's name. The other 4 are brand new zones, though calling them new isn't quite right either, because while the gameplay in those 4 villages is similar to Solo Village, the maps are completely different. This game is built from the real Magic Civilization. These 5 villages and their seal formations actually exist in the Magic Civilization's vassal principalities. Once I have the resources, I'll merge the servers. Normally a server merge just boosts population numbers to keep dead zones alive, but when I merge, I mean a real merge. The maps physically fuse together. The game world expands. As technology keeps advancing and the merges continue, this game world will become a true virtual second world. I think to myself and schedule the update. A few minutes of downtime, and then, when the update notes hit the player's screens, everyone loses it. Are you serious? No more lag. 5 zones, total online capacity of 50,000 players, 4 brand new zones opening up, and everyone who backed the crowdfunding campaign can claim exclusive limited edition skins and titles. Players who backed the campaign go absolutely wild. Those who didn't are devastated. Mixed emotions everywhere. Players turn to the upcoming update preview. After reading it, everyone suddenly realizes one key truth. What does a truly great game attract? Whales. Gold farmers, both pouring in. On the freshly launched official site, the forums are already overflowing. Hundreds of posts in under 10 minutes. My first real fortune is almost here. I nod, satisfied, open my laptop and get back to coding. I keep at it until evening, when Victor takes a cab back to the villa and reports back. Everything's been filed, all in progress. Company licenses should arrive tomorrow. The game licenses have stricter review, but they should still come through within 3 days. The next morning, I wake up and go straight back to coding. Days of non-stop typing. Even I'm starting to feel it. Time to start prepping materials for the consciousness transmitter, I think. I open OmniShop and start buying. In the future, the consciousness transmitter will be one of humanity's greatest inventions, born in the age of Exodus. In just over 100 years, humanity divides history by its defining disasters. The era before the asteroid strike, 7 years from now, which is the time we live in now, is called the Age of Peace. The asteroid impact, an extinction-level event, is eventually stopped. Humanity deploys every ultimate weapon it has and blasts the asteroid apart. In the debris, nations discover materials and brand new fusion elements never found on Earth before. These discoveries launch Earth's technology forward by leaps and bounds. Fusion energy, for instance, reaches its peak within just a few years. Abundant energy propels humanity into the age of stars, and beyond that, biogenetics sees a massive breakthrough. Using fusion elements, scientists develop gene serums that repair and perfect the human genome. Congenital diseases become a thing of the past. Children born with perfect genes grow stronger with every generation. Humanity is evolving toward godhood. Then biogenetics pivots to gene modification and gene fusion. The Age of Stars is the beginning of an explosive technological leap, one that also reveals the dying sun crisis. Energy technology surges again, and just like in the movies, humanity builds planetary engines powerful enough to move the Earth itself. But unlike the movies, humanity doesn't suffer nearly as badly. The biogenetics boom gives people the ability to survive in even the most brutal conditions. Even crops like corn and wheat, along with animal genetics, are rapidly modified and rolled out. This era is the age of Exodus. Crisis and opportunity side by side. Every catastrophe pushes human technology forward, and in the age of Exodus, the consciousness transmitter stands as one of the greatest inventions of the age. In the world to come, there are so many breathtaking inventions. Robots that fully replace human labor, inertial AI powering nearly every machine, a biochip that stimulates the human brain to generate an auxiliary consciousness, what we call the neural AI, and so much more. Far too much to list. But sadly, the technology I can actually build right now is severely limited. No raw materials to work with. I sigh and start sorting through everything I bought on OmniShop. In this era, I can make decent money. Plenty of it, actually. Push cutting-edge tech forward by even a small step, and the returns are beyond what most people can imagine. But the risks are too high. Without gene modification, I don't have the superhuman body I had before I died. Forget missiles or nukes. A single bullet could end me. Even this two-dimensional client game almost did me in. My hands are still numb. I'm not pulling any more all-nighters coding. Dying from exhaustion would be an embarrassment for any self-respecting reincarnator. The consciousness transmitter is my next project. Now that I have the funds, let's get to work. Others don't have a neural AI. I do. It lives inside the human brain. When I first came back, the civilization core still had a faint glow, just enough for the neural AI to connect. But after transmitting everything, the neural AI drained the core's last reserves of energy, pulling itself and the civilization core into deep sleep. To access the core again, only one thing can recharge it: faith energy. A force that even future science cannot yet explain. So how do I generate faith energy? Go out and start a cult? I think for a moment. Then it hits me. I track down a cosplay costume shop, rush order a full Magic Civilization Grand Mage outfit, then head straight to a photography studio for a full shoot. I pick the most striking photo, turn it into an animated image, and with absolutely zero shame, I set my own photo as Magic World's login screen, all for a trickle of faith energy. Boss, I'm back. Victor's voice comes from the hall. What do you mean, back? Is that a human thing to say? Victor freezes in the doorway. I work here. What do you mean, back? Victor takes a slow breath. The company registration is done. The game operating licenses are coming through today. Good. I nod. Just good. Aren't you supposed to be in a hurry? Victor is baffled again. Boss, shouldn't we hire more people? Sure. The whole day I haul materials around the office working non-stop. By night, the consciousness transmitter is finally complete. It's a monumental device, but surprisingly simple to build. The next day, I sleep straight through to the afternoon. The moment I step out of my room, I find Victor sitting in the first floor living room with a young woman and an older lady. This is Rosa Wang. She worked as a housekeeper before. Says she's a great cook. Perfect timing, it's almost dinner. There's a supermarket 200 meters to the left. Rosa, go grab some ingredients and show us what you've got. She lights up and heads out immediately. And this is Lily Xiao, fresh graduate this year. No work experience, but her resume is excellent. Admin, customer service. She can handle either. She's in. Internship is $8,000 a month. Full-time is $12,000. Victor looks a little lost. Are fresh grads really getting paid like that these days? An hour later, Rosa has a full meal ready. I take one bite, wave my hand. That's it. $10,000 a month. Rosa is overjoyed, almost unable to believe it. This young boss is incredibly generous. All right, everyone clock out. Be back before 10 tomorrow morning. Back in my room, I open my laptop and create an account. Some things in this game still need to be experienced firsthand. As expected, all 5 zones are packed. 50,000 players online, around 20,000 of them already wearing limited edition skins. Over the past few days, I also designed new outfits and mounts, all faithfully recreated from the actual Magic Civilization. From peasant robes to noble attire, from Black Dragon Frost Silk Thread to the Unicorn mount, no price tag, all obtainable only through loot boxes. Dragon Silk loot box, Unicorn loot box, $10 each. Come on then. I already know exactly how many players are going to roast me after tomorrow's update. The next morning, as the servers go live, players who had already downloaded the client start flooding in. All 5 villages. Every player who has reached level 10 steps into Maplewood Town. I log in too. Can't run this without a plant. The area around the Profession Master in Maplewood Town is already packed wall to wall with players. Every level 10 player making their class selection. Levels 10 through 19 are the Apprentice Practitioner tier, Apprentice Mage, and so on. I walk my character to the Mage Practitioner and select the Mage class. Transfer complete. I pull up the live stream and check on Blaze first. He's ranting and roasting, and his target is clearly me. This is such a scam. 100,000 and it's still not a guaranteed pull? You need 280,000 for the pity system? Unbelievable. Willow has already completed her class transfer too. She went healer. She's biting her lip, staring at the skins in the store. Open a box, come on, don't be ridiculous. The odds are 1 in 10,000. My regular viewers all know my luck is terrible. Open one anyway, everyone wants to see it. Even just one. Willow gives in and buys 10 boxes. Here we go. She closes her eyes and clicks through them all. Congratulations, you received Dragon Scale Thread. The chat watches as Willow opens her eyes. 1 box left. I quickly type a string of code. Congratulations! Player receives the Black Dragon Frost Silk outfit. Willow screams with excitement. I'm the lucky queen. Don't ever call me an unlucky loser again. Ha! I close the stream and open the back-end monitoring system. Sure enough, The moment Willow pulls the Black Dragon Frost Silk outfit, paying players spike, and loot box sales shoot through the roof. The day flies by. I sit in the office waiting, not just for the day one revenue numbers, but more importantly for the neural AI to wake up. Once it does, the consciousness transmitter becomes usable, and I can let the neural AI build out the full three-dimensional version of this game, expand the maps, and even optimize the game's internals. At the same time, I'm hunched over my workbench in the office, hammering away for a full day straight. I'm building a personal defense weapon. As the company grows, I have to think about my own safety. Right now, funds are limited, materials are limited, and the tech foundation is limited. Electromagnetic pulse weapons, laser cannons, gene weapons, all just wishful thinking. What I can build is a compact sonic weapon. Sonic weapons are terrifying and yet surprisingly easy to conceal. Sustained exposure to targeted sound waves pushes the human body past its limit. Future scientists, drawing on magic civilization spell research, took it a step further, blending dark magic spell frequencies with sonic waves to create an entirely new weapon, the dark resonance wave. Depending on the combination of spell frequency and sonic frequency, it can induce sleep, cause hallucinations, or directly damage the brain. After a full day of work, I produce a single black glove with a data signal receiver embedded inside. Once the neural AI wakes up and helps transmit the dark resonance frequencies, the glove will be capable of both hallucination and sleep induction. The night passes quietly. The next morning, a shout jolts me awake. It's exploding! It's exploding! Yesterday, another 30,000 players flooded into the starter village, and that's just 100,000 players total. Do you know how much they spent on day one? Over 8 million. That much? Even I'm caught off guard. Boss, buy more servers. As long as we hold steady, the money will just keep coming. Buy them. I wave my hand. Get on it. 100 units from Aegis Tech. At Arkpeng headquarters, a woman in a sharp business suit strides in carrying a thick stack of reports, heading straight for the general manager's office. What is it this time? Director New, head of game publishing and operations, looks up in surprise at her. Director New, a truly phenomenon-level online game has appeared. Magic World started as a browser game, went viral after 2 major streamers promoted it, then updated to a full client game yesterday. 100,000 players on day 1, and over 8 million in sales. Contact our Shanghai branch, have them reach out directly, and I need you to go there yourself. Travel to Shanghai in person. Make contact with Second World Inc. Try to acquire them. Understood. The woman turns to leave. Then Director New speaks again. Wait, if they won't sell, offer 500 million for 51% equity, or a full acquisition. I look at the sharp, confident woman standing in front of me. I'm sorry, I don't care about money. What I care about is a vision. I decline both. Arkpeng's Vivian Zhang has barely left when Bornet's people show up, looking to buy my technology. They get the same answer. That night, 100 servers stream into the villa. Once the delivery crew leaves, I grab my tools and start reworking the hardware and software of every machine, not finishing until the next afternoon. I power them all on. Victor stands nearby, looking uneasy. Over 100 servers running in this house. Are we really okay? Bad cooling could cause an explosion. Don't worry, trust my work. This technology for this era is generational. I've linked all 105 servers into a balanced shared computing network. For now, I've capped capacity. Maplewood Town holds 100,000. Each village holds 10,000. Overheating is not a problem. Total new capacity, 50,000 players. Victor stares. No wonder you weren't worried. Boss, this is prime earnings season. We bought 100 servers and only added 50,000 players. What's the deal? We're opening new zones. Not rushing this. I have a plan, trust me. Are you kidding? I've had this figured out from the start. Every zone in Magic World has to be completely unique because in the future we'll be merging these mega servers together. If any zones overlap, the entire game's map becomes a mess, and I can feel it. The neural AI is close to waking up. Once it does, new zones and maps can go live anytime. It can optimize existing maps, game balance, even visual quality. Come on, everyone who logs in, look at my login screen. Bring that faith energy in. I wake up the next morning, and the neural AI has truly awakened. Inside my mind, the civilization core pulses with a soft, faint glow. A presence within the core reaches out to me. Master, the new maps are ready. Optimization is complete. Connect to the servers as soon as possible. The voice rises in my mind. Understood. On it. I sprint to the office, grab the consciousness transmitter, then run into the server room. One end connects to the server, the other clipped to my temple. I close my eyes. The neural AI begins exporting data. This is the earliest, most primitive version of the consciousness transmitter. Because I came back to my younger self, the biochip at the back of my skull is gone. Otherwise, the biochip's built-in wireless sensor would allow direct wireless data transfer. I use my admin access to check what's been uploaded to the servers. 5 full maps, 5 towns including the updated Maplewood town, 50 villages, all forming one seamless connected map with unexplored regions locked beyond its borders. Looking at what the neural AI produced, I have to admit, the neural AI truly is a biological supercomputer, incredibly powerful. Game balance, systems design, it outperforms any human team by a wide margin. Each village produces different resources. No zone will ever become a dead wasteland. And after the optimization, players logging into Magic World will no longer need to choose a server. Everything runs on one unified server. Moving between different maps is simply a data transfer. I finish writing up the full update notes and hit publish. Another update? What the? It's only been a few days. Incredibly productive. No way. All players on one unified server? Looks like once it fills up, 1.5 million players online at the same time. This game is absolutely insane. The marketplace is fully open now. The gold farmers are going to go crazy. Players are buzzing everywhere. I casually open the streaming platform to check if Willow has gone live. She hasn't. But the moment I open it, I freeze. My brow furrows. So it's already begun. Every channel, not a single stream of Magic World anywhere. Instead, the entire platform is plastered with ads for other games. Unbelievable. I just pushed an update. Haven't even fully announced it yet, and they're already moving. Victor rushes into the office. Arkpeng and Bornet have started targeting us. Every major game is pushing updates, and the platforms have been pressured to block Magic World streams. What's your play? I ask. Victor pauses, and surprisingly, his voice goes calm. He thinks for a moment. If you truly won't sell the technology or equity, we have two options. 1. File patents on the technology. 2. Use the technology and company as collateral for a bank loan, lock down the early stage strategy, and move as fast as possible to secure enough players. Given what Second World Inc. has, the technology and Magic World's potential, I'm confident the bank will offer something worth your time. None of that is necessary. Magic World doesn't need outside help to rise. It's strong enough on its own. Push today's Magic World update right now. At the same time, order 400 more servers. Stack them all in the basement. I'll mod them when I have time. That will give us the player capacity we need. And the funding? Victor is stunned. 400 servers. That's 20 million. Put down a deposit. Pay the rest when the servers arrive. Victor watches me and can't help wondering, does this boss have a hidden team behind him? Or a filthy rich family? Where else could all this money be coming from? After Victor leaves, I check the time. I start pushing the full Magic World update. It goes fast. Everything was already prepared and just needed to go live. But for Magic World players, downloading it is another story. Even after the neural AI's optimization, the patch is still 50 gigabytes. No way. How is one Magic World update bigger than reinstalling other games entirely? I finished updating, and it's actually true. All players really are on one unified server. According to the Maplewood Town Library quest info, Maplewood Town belongs to Razel City, one of 43 major cities in the northern human territory of the Duchy of Biren, with a population of about 180,000. What is Second World Inc. actually planning? One city's entire population in a single zone? Has anyone noticed? The Magic World map is absolutely massive. There are 3 known continents: the Fallen God continent, where the Magic God fell, the Savage continent, home to orc tribes and wild clans, and the human territories, the Shinin continent where we players are. How big is the Shinin continent? According to known records, the Shinin Empire controls 2 additional kingdoms and 4 duchies beyond its core lands. And the Duchy of Biren alone, the country we're standing in, can hold roughly 30 million players. Insane. Terrifying even. And that's not all. Magic World's lore is so deep, it feels like a real living world. According to Magic World's own history, we're currently in year 8071 of the God Fall calendar, the year after the Magic God's fall. In this year, the entire world is starting to destabilize. We're on the eve of a world war. And by the numbers, the Shinin continent alone could hold 3 billion players. 3 billion people. Do you realize what that means? That's almost half the world's population. If everyone played Magic World, if the technology ever allowed the whole world to log in at once, this would be humanity's second world. Just as the players suspect, Magic World is a real civilization. And this era truly is on the edge of collapse. As future updates roll out, players will eventually take part in Magic World's 100-year war. And this is no exaggeration. Before I reincarnated, when humanity first made contact with the Magic civilization, the only reason Earth won was that the Magic civilization's 100-year war had just ended, their entire society in ruins, casualties beyond counting, nearly dropping a full civilization tier. Without that, humanity might never have won, because the Magic civilization had been evolving for over 10,000 years. That thought lingers, and I stare up at the ceiling. In this lifetime, will that war between civilizations still come? Science. Its final frontier is theology. I know this better than anyone. In the not-so-distant future, with the pressure of World's End bearing down, the very first thing I build is a game, recreated from a Magic civilization that actually exists somewhere in this universe. A virtual world designed to hold 80 billion people, which, in my plan, will become humanity's second world. For now, once the 400 ordered servers arrive, the 5 mega servers will hold 7.5 million players. Once an industrial base is built and artificial intelligence is developed, this world, currently just a place to play, will truly come alive. Everything inside it will mirror the real world, and with an industrial base, whether we're producing inertial AI robots to accelerate development or building combat robots and armed forces, all of it is critical if we're going to survive what's coming. After Magic World's major update lands, every player loses their mind. I'm confident that with Magic World's quality, the cap of 1.5 million players will be hit within 3 days. Day 1 total spending already clears 60 million. Looks like I made the right call. Gaming really is a gold mine. Boss, the 400 servers are here. All move to the basement. I give a quick nod and start gathering my tools. Modding the servers takes a full night. Then I wire everything up and bring them online. I send a notice to players inside the game, restart all servers, and go to sleep. What I don't know is that this update sends every single player into a frenzy. 5 mega servers, 5 zones, every map completely different. When they eventually merge, nearly 10 million players will share one world. Don't forget, according to the lore books, the Duchy of Biren is made up of 43 major cities. If they all get added, this becomes a game holding hundreds of millions of players. Day 1 for me, and I finally understand why this company is called Second World. I wake up and it's already afternoon. I check my missed calls and dial back. Hey Lance, the call connects, and on the other end comes a voice both familiar and strange, one I know. Good old Lance Shen, living up to his name in every way, wild and reckless. Unfortunately, he's a guy. I remember what comes next. A few years from now, after Lance graduates, by all accounts a top student destined to become a leading scientist. But his family is hit by disaster, and reality grinds him down. In the early age of stars, desperate for money, he joins a lab's gene experiment. It goes wrong. The next time I see him, he is no longer quite human, hiding alone in a remote African village, and eventually choosing to end it himself. Hearing that familiar voice again, I nearly lose it. I've come back. I can save Lance. But what about the thousands of others like him? Can I really do anything for them? Hey, how are you doing? Lance's voice comes through again. I'm great. I've actually started a tech company. Any one of our products could sell for 100 billion, easy, believe it or not. Yeah, sure. Let's grab food sometime. After